Well, whether you have a sniffle, cough, or fever, the first thing that probably comes to mind is the coronavirus. But that may not be the case. KELOLAND's Sophie Heineman talks with the doctor about the differences between the flu, cold, and COVID-19.
We're joined with Dr. Wendell Hoffman, an infectious disease doctor with Sanford Health, to talk to us about some of the similarities and differences between influenza and coronavirus. Good morning.
Good morning. So the similarities include these are viruses that are contagious between humans. They are viruses that cause a respiratory illness, both upper respiratory and lower respiratory, including pneumonia. And they are viruses that we can do something about using simple measures. So those are the main similarities. This is also viruses that actually, I think, bring out the best in us.
And talk to me about some of the symptoms that would signal that you had the coronavirus versus influenza.
So both of these virus groups have a spectrum of symptoms. We're learning a whole lot more about coronavirus. We've known a lot about influenza over time. But some of the main symptoms include range all the way from the common cold type symptoms to full-blown pneumonia with severe fever, cough, shortness of breath, and progressive respiratory insufficiency.
Is there an easy way to tell the difference between if you have influenza or if you have the coronavirus and need to be seen?
So that's one of the big challenges, is that they can both present with very similar syndromes, which is why we want to encourage people to get their flu shot still. Because if you can get your flu shot, you make it less likely that that you will come down with influenza and will be presenting with one of these indistinguishable syndromes that makes it very difficult for the healthcare provider. So I'm begging people, I'm begging you, get your flu shot.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I think the main differences are that the coronavirus appears to be much more contagious, with a factor of maybe 2 to 3. So for every person who has influenza, they can give it to just over one person as a secondary attack rate. With coronavirus, that's multiplied by a factor of 2 to 3. The other major thing, there's two other major things that I think the public should know. The mortality, we're still trying to figure that out with coronavirus, maybe at 10 times what it is with influenza. And lastly, the role of children is kind of an emerging topic, and we don't really completely understand it. It looks like children acquire the virus about the same rate as adults, but they don't get all of the symptoms. So it's a fascinating question that still remains, the whole story remains to be told.
All right, well, thanks a lot for joining us, Dr. Wendell Hoffman with Sanford Health. And with HealthBeat, I'm Sophie Heineman.
Thanks a lot, Sophie. And if you believe you have symptoms of coronavirus and aren't sure that if you need to be seen, call your doctor before going to the clinic.